Welcome to this new video. This one is again about drones and how to fly them, but it doesn't cover only the technical side or how to fly them. It's also about unlocking the full potential about your drone footage by the use of storytelling. When you combine multiple techniques, you don't just create cool footage. You tell a story that hooks the audience. This is a very important aspect from my point of view, but not many YouTube videos cover that. It is so important because your shots do not only stay as a shot, you give them a story people are engaging with. There are 6 different core factors when it comes to shooting. These factors influence what the viewer feels while watching your shots. And after talking about the factors, I will show you 10 different shots you can make with your drone you should definitely know. But first, let's talk about the core factors. Number 1. Height. When you fly low, it feels like you are right in the scene. Immersive and almost personal. But once you rise your drone up, the whole mood changes. Suddenly, you give your audience an orientation, a big picture, an overview. Think about low tracking shots through trees, for example, and then you open up the wide panorama, the big landscape. Number 2. Distance. Flying close to your subject draws the viewer in. It feels intimate and immersive, like orbiting around a single person. But when you pull back and keep more distance, the subject becomes part of the bigger environment. You're telling your story about the context, not just about the single person. Imagine a tight orbit around a single person on a cliff, and then cutting to a wide shot that shows them against the whole coastline. Number 3. Direction. Flying towards an object builds up tension. It is like pulling someone into the story. Flying away from the object, on the other hand, releases tension. It is a natural way to close a scene. For example, pushing in towards a subject creates anticipation. But pulling away from it reveals the surrounding and it feels like a closure. Number 4. Speed. Fast drone movements feel hectic and exciting, even like a chase. Slow movements, on the other hand, feel calm and atmospheric. A quick flight over trees or fields creates energy, while a slow glide over a lake or the sea feels calm and very cinematic. Number 5. Gimbal movement. A tilt up with the camera opens a scene and gives a sense of discovery, while tilting it down naturally feels like you're closing something, you offer resolution. Starting on the ground and then slowly tilting up to reveal the horizon has a very different emotional impact than ending with a tilt down that fades into the details on the ground. And number 6. Zoom. If your drone has the option, a zoom is another powerful tool when it comes to storytelling. Zooming in tight makes the shot feel intense. The focus gets narrow and the tension rises. Zooming out does the opposite. It reveals more of the surroundings and releases that tension. On drones like the DJI R3S, where you have both a wide and a tele lens, this gives you more creative options to play with. So now that we know the basic techniques how to influence the viewer's perception, we head over to another important part: shot variations. I clustered them in 4 different categories. Establishing shots, reveal shots, tracking shots, and closing shots. Category 1. Establishing shots. These shots set the stage and introduce the audience to the scene. They create orientation and often give the audience a first emotional impression of the location or the object. The first shot in that category is a push-in or dolly-in. A push-in draws the viewer closer and builds up tension, almost being like pulled up straight into the scene. For example, you can fly slowly forwards toward a subject or person, or any object you want to emphasize. The second shot is a rise up or a vertical lift. Going straight up opens a perspective and instantly creates a feeling of freedom or discovery. Sometimes it even feels like a climax. For example, start low on the ground and then rise up vertically until the whole landscape unfolds. Category 2 are reveal shots. Reveal shots are all about surprise and discovery. They hide information at first and then uncover it in a way that feels cinematic and engaging. The first shot in that category is the reveal shot. This shot builds up suspense and then surprises the audience with a bigger picture. For example, start with the camera tilt down on the ground and then tilt up during the flight to the horizon or an epic wide view. Second, a fly-through. Flying through something feels immersive and builds up tension too, almost like entering a new chapter of the story. For example, if you fly the drone through a hole or between trees or under a bridge. But be careful, these shots have a high potential for crashing the drones. And trust me, I know that. Number 3. An orbit or 360-degree shot. Circling around a person, for example, gives it a very focused touch, like you give the person the whole attention. That feels epic, powerful and very cinematic. For example, an orbit around a person, a car or a monument, while keeping them locked in the frame. Category 3. Tracking shots. Tracking shots follow the subject in motion and keep the audience connected to its journey. They create energy, direction, and a sense of being part of the movement. The first shot is an orbit with the subject centered. Keeping the subject centered while orbiting around it highlights its importance and gives a lot of cinematic energy. For example, follow a runner or a car while orbiting, so everything around it feels very dynamic. And you show the subject from a lot of different perspectives. Number 2. Top-down following the subject. From above following a subject gives clarity and a bird's-eye view. It shows the path clearly and makes the subject stand out within its environment. For example, track a person walking along a trail or a car driving down a street from a straight top-down perspective. Number 3. Slider following the subject. Moving sideways along the subject makes the viewer feel like they are walking right next to him. For example, fly parallel to a runner or a car, so that the subject stays clear and the foreground rushes past. Last but not least, category number 4. Closing shots. These shots signal the end of a scene or story moment. They either release tension, provide resolution, or leave the audience with a sense of reflection or curiosity about what's coming next. The first shot in that category is a pull-out or dolly-out shot. Pulling back opens a scene and reveals scale. It can feel dramatic, surprising, or simply the best way to close a scene. For example, start close on a subject and then move away until the whole environment is revealed. And number 2, subject leaving the frame. When the subject is moving the frame, it feels like a natural ending of the story. Sometimes it's a closing, other times it leaves the audience wondering what's happened next. For example, keep the drone steady in the air while the subject is moving out of the frame. So with all these shots and techniques, you can create a real emotional setting and make the audience feel like they are right part of the story. It is more than just stitching shots together, and you will notice that your footage will have a much stronger impact in the end. If you liked this video and if you found these techniques helpful, I would be very happy if you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell to don't miss out any of my upcoming videos about storytelling and techniques and how to combine them. So I wish you a very nice day and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye!